Hi guys, this is GHzIntel.com and I'm here with the ASUS ZenFone 2. It's a pretty famous handset right now. It has just been launched in USA, where you can find it priced at $300 off contract in the 4GB RAM version, or you can find it at $200 in the 2GB RAM version. Okay, so this is the unboxing here at GHzIntel.com. So let's proceed. We have the 4GB of RAM version, the powerful one. As far as I've heard, there are 5 versions of this phone, all of them with varied RAM options, processor options, and even a smaller diagonal at a lower price. Okay, so let's get this plastic protection off, and this is the famous red version of the ASUS ZenFone 2. As far as we know, this model was just launched in USA, but actually got to USA earlier. It was unveiled at CES 2015 in January, and let's see what's inside the box. The first impression is that we're dealing with a back that imitates metal, although it's plastic here. So inside the box, we got the usual manuals here, In Search of Incredible, and other stuff like this huge charger. Since we're lucky to have the 4GB of RAM version, this is the charger that comes with a quick charge feature. Should get your battery juiced up to 60% very fast. And then we got a pair of headphones that are looking mighty fine, so let's check one of them out. Quite nice design, branded ASUS as far as I can tell. Okay, and also inside here we got the plugs for the headphones, and finally the USB cable. Okay, so USB cable, headphones and charger and manuals, pretty basic package, but the phone is not basic at all. It's actually the first 4GB of RAM smartphone we're testing here at GHzIntel.com. It's time for the initial setup, so let's power up the device with an interestingly placed on-off button at the top. Speaking of interestingly placed buttons, the volume buttons aren't placed on the sides, instead they're at the back of the phone below the camera. Okay, so the setup is starting. This phone measures 10.9mm in thickness at its thickest point. As you can see, it's slightly curved. In its thinnest point, it measures 3.9mm and it reaches all the way to 10.9mm. It also weighs 170 grams and it has a 5.5-inch diagonal. It got a full HD screen, and it's time for the setup. Welcome. We're choosing English here. English again. Only Wi-Fi, but nothing for now. Continuing the setup. Pretty hand-friendly format. That's my first impression. Couldn't sign in. Proceeding even further. Accounts like Flickr. You can redeem 100GB on Drive. We agree with that. Skip data transfer, and we should be done. This is the main interface of the handset. As far as I know, it runs Lollipop, but in the meantime, let's actually get that brightness up a bit. And let's remove the auto option, that's more like it. Okay, so I was saying this is a 5.5-incher, it's closer to a phablet than a regular smartphone, full HD resolution, and also it has Gorilla Glass 3 protection. And the colors it comes in, well, we got the red version. It also comes in white, gray, black and gold. Inside the phone we have an Intel Atom Z3580 processor, a quad-core clocked at 2.3 GHz. This is the processor of the 4GB of RAM version. The 2GB of RAM version comes with an Intel processor clocked at a lower rate. The GPU is a PowerVR G6430, and the RAM is of the LPDDR3 kind. The storage of our version, it's 32 GB, and the basic version has 16 GB of storage, in case you were wondering. And this is the settings area. We got Android 5.0 Lollipop in here with the latest Zen interface on top. There's also LTE here and other stuff for mentioning. Well, the battery, it's a 3000 mAh lithium polymer unit, and the cameras, well, 5-megapixel shooter at the front, while at the back we got a 30-megapixel shooter with a dual LED flash, and as far as I can see, the two LED flashes have different colors. This model also comes with quick charge, and let's try and pry open the back cover. It's going to be pretty hard from what I can tell, but below it you can find 2 SIM slots, so it's worth the effort. Okay, so far so good. Here we go. And these are the two SIM slots and the micro SD card slot here. The battery is non-removable, that's what I wanted to show you. Be careful when removing the back cover of this model so you won't break any of the pins. Here we go. Intel branded here. It has an Intel quad-core processor that's pretty powerful. I've seen people multitasking this beast on YouTube. They've been playing Modern Combat 5 and Asphalt 8 at the same time. Those 4 GB of RAM are really a work of wonder, and once again, this is the first phone with 4 GB of RAM that we're testing here at gsmdom.com. A few pre-installed apps that may interest you. Anyway, and at the end of the unboxing I want to show the camera UI. It feels familiar if you've seen a ZenFone before, but it has some very interesting features. Of course, regular settings, however, there are a ton of capture modes. We got low light, we got night, depth of field, GIF animation, miniature, beautification, and I even haven't gotten to the video options yet. So, this is the ZenFone 2 from ASUS, just launched in USA, priced at around $300 off contract. A very solid deal. This is just the unboxing for now. We'll be back with a full review soon. Bye bye.